You don't break a relationship pattern by understanding it. You break it at a specific moment, and most people miss that moment. If you watched the last video, you may have recognized the role you tend to fall into: the explainer, the overfunctioner, or the one who waits to be chosen. Today is not about insight. Today is about interruption, because patterns don't end when you meet the right person. They end when you respond differently at the exact moment the role activates. If you want relationship content that helps you change what actually happens, not just understand it, subscribe. That is what we do here. An interruption is not a boundary speech. It is not confrontation. It is not pulling away dramatically. An interruption is a pause in your automatic response. It happens internally first before anything changes externally. And once you learn where that pause lives, you stop repeating the same ending. The interruption point is the moment you feel urgency to explain, fix, or wait. You'll feel this as tightness in your chest, or a rush to clarify, or a pressure to keep things from slipping. That feeling is not intuition. It is the role activating. Let's start with the explainer. This is the role that says, if I can just explain myself clearly enough, they'll understand. The interruption moment for the explainer is when you feel the urge to clarify your feelings more than once. Here is the interruption. Instead of explaining again, you stop and say nothing. Not because you are shutting down, but because clarity does not come from repetition. It comes from someone understanding you. If someone understands you, they respond. If they don't, more explanation will not create safety. That pause is the interruption. This is why your relationships don't end because of one big thing. They ended because the moments kept on repeating. Most explainers don't lose relationships loudly. They lose them slowly through emotional erosion. The overfunctioner feels responsible for keeping the connection alive. You notice effort drifting, and your instinct is to increase yours. The interruption moment here is when you feel tempted to compensate. Instead of doing more, you do one thing less. You stop initiating the next step. You stop filling the silence. You stop managing the relationship for two people. This is not punishment. It is information. How someone responds when you stop overfunctioning tells you everything you need to know. This role waits in hope. You sense uncertainty, but you delay clarity because you don't want to pressure the connection. The interruption moment here is the internal sentence. I'll give it a little more time. Instead of waiting longer, you ask one clarifying question. Not to convince, not to negotiate, just to understand where you actually stand. Waiting feels safe in the moment, but clarity, it protects you. Interruption feels uncomfortable because it removes your familiar role. Your nervous system is used to effort, urgency, and hope. Calm can feel empty at first. Stillness can feel like loss. The discomfort doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means the pattern no longer has control. Patterns don't end all at once. They end one interruption at a time. If you notice which role you fell into while you were watching this, comment below and subscribe, because the next video breaks down how to rebuild trust with yourself after you stop playing the role. If you don't interrupt this role, you'll keep thinking the problem is chemistry, when it's actually repetition. You don't need to become someone else to have a different relationship. You just need to stop responding the same way at the moment it matters. Notice this week whether you interrupt this role or slip back into it. That choice tells you more than any relationship ever will.